Introduction. Welcome to Mindset Rewired, produced by DJA-Audiobook. What if I told you that your mind is the most excellent tool for success? That the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the way you think? Success isn't about talent, luck, or intelligence. It's about mindset. Why do some people rise to greatness while others stay stuck? Why do specific individuals overcome obstacles while others give up? What separates those who turn dreams into reality from those who never take action? It all comes down to one thing: how their mind is wired. Imagine being able to break free from negative thought patterns. Imagine training your mind to stay focused, disciplined, and unshakable in facing challenges. Imagine knowing the mental strategies successful people use to stay motivated and achieve their goals. That's precisely what this audiobook is about. In Mindset Rewired, you'll learn how to rewire your brain for success, how to eliminate self-doubt and fear, the science behind focus, resilience, and motivation, how to replace bad habits with powerful, success-driven routines, how to create a bulletproof mindset that thrives under pressure. Each chapter will take you deeper into the psychology of success, giving you practical tools to train your mind, overcome obstacles, and take action like never before. But here's the thing: this book will only work if you do. This isn't just another self-help book to listen to and forget. It's a blueprint for transformation. The insights you're about to learn have helped thousands of successful people worldwide, from elite athletes to entrepreneurs, artists to world leaders. And now, it's your turn. Are you ready to reprogram your mind and unlock the success you deserve? The journey starts now. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Hidden Force Controlling You. Understanding the Subconscious Mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. But what if I told you you don't consciously choose most of those thoughts? Instead, they are programmed deep within your subconscious mind, a powerful, unseen force that influences your daily beliefs, decisions, and behaviors. To truly reprogram your mindset, you must first understand what's running in the background of your brain. Imagine your mind as a computer. The conscious mind is like the apps you manually open and interact with, while the subconscious mind is the operating system working behind the scenes, processing information, storing data, and running automatic commands without you even realizing it. What is the subconscious mind? The subconscious mind is the part of your brain that operates below your awareness, controlling habits, emotions, and even physical functions like breathing and heartbeat. Unlike your conscious mind, which makes logical decisions, your subconscious is driven by deep-rooted patterns and conditioning, many of which were programmed during childhood. The subconscious doesn't analyze or question information. It simply absorbs and repeats what it has learned. This is why someone who grew up hearing money is hard to earn may struggle with financial success. A child who was constantly told, "You're not smart enough," may develop lifelong self-doubt. If you've ever felt like an imposter despite your achievements, your subconscious might be replaying old programming telling you you're not worthy. Your subconscious mind operates like a massive database, collecting and storing every experience, thought, and emotion you've encountered. Every habit you have, good and bad, directly results from subconscious programming. To change your behaviors, habits, and outcomes, you must first change the subconscious patterns controlling them. The science behind subconscious programming. Neuroscientists have found that the subconscious controls up to 95% of your daily actions and thoughts. It's like an autopilot system that determines your responses to situations before your conscious mind can process them. For example, if someone has been conditioned to believe they are bad at public speaking, their subconscious will trigger anxiety and self-doubt the moment they step onto a stage. This reaction is not based on their actual ability, but on past experiences that have been repeatedly reinforced. Studies in neuroplasticity have shown that the brain is highly adaptable. Every thought you have strengthens specific neural pathways. If you repeatedly think negative thoughts, your brain creates a stronger neural connection to those thoughts, making them automatic. The same applies to positive thinking and confidence-building beliefs. The key to changing these automatic responses is rewiring the subconscious mind with new, empowering beliefs, but we'll get to that later. First, let's uncover how these subconscious beliefs were formed, how your subconscious mind was programmed. From the moment you are born, your brain absorbs information like a sponge. Before the age of 7, your brain operated primarily in a theta brainwave state, a state of deep suggestibility. Everything you saw, heard, and experienced in your early years became deeply ingrained in your subconscious as absolute truth. If you grew up in a household where risk-taking was discouraged, your subconscious might resist new opportunities. You may struggle to trust your ideas if praised for working hard but not being creative. If you witness financial struggles, your subconscious may equate money with stress or hardship. This programming continues throughout life. Every repeated thought, emotion, or experience strengthens neural pathways in the brain, making certain beliefs and habits more automatic. Signs your subconscious mind is holding you back. Your subconscious is like a silent puppeteer, influencing your actions in ways you may not even realize. If you feel stuck in any area of your life, it's likely because of subconscious programming that no longer serves you. Here are some signs that your subconscious mind may limit you. You struggle with self-doubt, even when you know you're capable. You set big goals but find yourself procrastinating or self-sabotaging. You attract the same negative patterns in relationships or careers. You feel stuck in financial scarcity despite wanting abundance. You often feel not good enough despite external achievements. If any of these resonate with you, don't worry, you are not alone. The good news is that you can rewire these subconscious patterns and create a mindset that supports success, confidence, and abundance, breaking free from negative subconscious conditioning. Now that you understand how your subconscious was programmed, the next step is learning how to control it. You are not stuck with the beliefs you inherited. You can rewrite your mental software and install new empowering beliefs that align with the future you want to create. Practical steps to start reprogramming. Your subconscious mind. Daily affirmations. Speak positive beliefs out loud every morning and night. Your subconscious learns through repetition. Visualization exercises. Close your eyes and picture yourself succeeding. Your subconscious cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. Mindfulness and meditation. Observe your thoughts without judgment to identify limiting beliefs that need to change. Journaling. Write down your goals and affirmations daily to reinforce positive mental pathways. Exposure to new environments. Surround yourself with positive influences and experiences to reshape subconscious programming. These steps lay the foundation for rewiring your brain, but the fundamental transformation begins when you start challenging and replacing limiting beliefs. Preparing for Chapter 2. Rewiring limiting beliefs. Now that you understand how your subconscious was programmed, the next question is, how do you break free from limiting beliefs holding you back? In the next chapter, we'll explore how to identify and dismantle negative beliefs that keep you stuck. You'll learn powerful exercises and scientific techniques to help you replace old mental patterns with new, empowering ones. Get ready, because once you know how to challenge your subconscious beliefs, your entire world will shift. Chapter 2. Rewiring limiting beliefs. Breaking free from mental barriers. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, they will grow into obstacles that block your success. But if you plant seeds of confidence, resilience, and possibility, they will blossom into opportunities. The key to transformation lies in identifying and uprooting the limiting beliefs holding you back for years. Many people believe their struggles are external, lack of money, time, or talent. But in reality, the most significant barriers exist in the mind. Every time you tell yourself, "I can't," "I'm not good enough," or "success is for others, not for me," you are reinforcing subconscious programming that keeps you stuck. In this chapter, we will uncover how limiting beliefs are formed, how they shape your reality, and most importantly, how to rewrite them so you can create the life you truly desire. What are limiting beliefs? A limiting belief is any thought or assumption that restricts your potential. These beliefs act as mental roadblocks, preventing you from taking action, trying new things, or believing in your ability to succeed. Common limiting beliefs. I'm not smart enough to succeed. I don't have enough time or money. I'll never be as successful as others. I'm not talented enough. People like me don't achieve great things. If I fail, it means I'm not good enough. These thoughts might feel real, but they are simply stories your mind has accepted as truth. The good news? Beliefs can be changed. Like a computer program, they can be rewritten with new, empowering beliefs aligning with success and abundance. How are limiting beliefs formed? Your limiting beliefs did not appear out of nowhere. Your environment, past experiences, and social conditioning shaped them. 1. Childhood conditioning. From birth, we absorb the words, attitudes, and beliefs of our parents, teachers, and society. If you were repeatedly told that money is hard to earn, you might develop financial anxiety. If you were criticized for making mistakes, you might fear failure and avoid risks. 2. Repeated experiences. Your brain forms beliefs based on repeated experiences. If you failed a math test in school and were told you weren't good at numbers, you might believe you're incapable of handling finances in adulthood. 3. Social influence. The media, culture, and peer groups shape our beliefs. If you constantly see success associated with privilege or luck, you may believe you are not the type of person who can succeed. 4. Emotional trauma. Painful events can create deep-seated fears. A lousy breakup might lead you to believe you're unworthy of love. A business failure might convince you that you're not meant to be successful. You did not choose these beliefs, but they run your life until you consciously rewire them. The science of rewiring your mind. Neuroscience has proven that the brain can rewire itself through neuroplasticity. This means that the more you reinforce new, positive beliefs, the more your brain physically reshapes to support them. Every thought you think strengthens neural pathways in your brain. If you constantly think, "I'm not good enough," that belief becomes a well-worn path. But if you start thinking, "I am capable and worthy of success," and repeat it consistently, a new neural pathway forms. The more you practice a belief, the stronger it becomes until it eventually replaces the old, limiting belief entirely. 5 proven methods to rewire limiting beliefs. 1. Identify and challenge your beliefs. The first step is awareness. You cannot change a belief you don't recognize. Start by writing down the negative thoughts that frequently appear in your mind. Exercise. Write down 5 beliefs that might be holding you back. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Was it from childhood, society, a past failure? Challenge it. Is this belief based on absolute truth or just something I've accepted? By questioning your beliefs, you weaken their hold over you. 2. Replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. Once you've identified limiting beliefs, replace them with new empowering beliefs. Example, instead of "I'm not smart enough," say, "I am capable of learning and growing every day." Instead of "I don't deserve success," say, "I create my success through action and effort." Exercise. Whenever you think of a negative thought, immediately replace it with a positive alternative. Say the new belief out loud with conviction. Your subconscious mind absorbs what you repeat consistently. 3. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Your brain cannot distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. This means that by visualizing yourself succeeding, you can reprogram your subconscious mind to believe in your ability to achieve great things. Exercise. Close your eyes and visualize yourself achieving your goals. See it in vivid detail, the sights, sounds, and emotions. Feel the success as if it has already happened. The stronger the emotion, the faster the subconscious absorbs the belief. 4. Affirmations and self-talk. Words have power. When you speak to yourself, your subconscious listens. That's why affirmations, positive statements repeated daily, are a powerful tool for reprogramming the mind. Exercise. Every morning and night, repeat empowering affirmations. I am confident and capable. Success flows effortlessly into my life. I am worthy of achieving my dreams. Speak them out loud with emotion. Your subconscious responds to feeling more than words. 5. Take small, aligned actions. Your brain learns through experience. To truly change a belief, you must align with your new mindset. Confidence is built through action. Exercise. Identify one small step you can take today that aligns with your new belief. Example: if your new belief is, I am confident in social situations, go out and start a small conversation with someone new. Each action reinforces your belief and builds unstoppable momentum. Final thoughts. Shaping your new reality, your beliefs are not set in stone. They are flexible, changeable, and entirely within your control. The more you practice these rewiring techniques, the stronger your new beliefs become. By actively replacing negative programming with empowering thoughts, you take control of your life at the deepest level. Preparing for Chapter 3. Unlocking the power of emotional mastery. Rewiring your beliefs is powerful, but your emotions play an equally important role in shaping your mindset. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to master your emotions, reduce stress, and cultivate inner peace, allowing you to stay calm, focused, and in control, no matter what challenges arise. Get ready. Once you master your emotions, nothing can shake your mindset. Chapter 3. Unlocking the power of emotional mastery. Your emotions influence nearly every aspect of your life, your decisions, relationships, productivity, and health. If you don't master your feelings, they will control you, leading to impulsive decisions, unnecessary stress, and a cycle of emotional reactivity. However, when you control your emotions, you gain control over your life. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing feelings, but understanding, processing, and directing them in a way that serves you instead of working against you. This chapter will explore how emotions are formed, why they impact your thinking and behavior, and how you can harness their power to create emotional resilience, stability, and unshakable confidence. Why emotional mastery matters. Your emotions shape the way you experience the world. They color your perceptions, dictate your reactions, and even influence your long-term success. Without emotional mastery, people often react impulsively instead of making rational decisions, allow stress and anxiety to dictate their actions, get easily influenced by external events and opinions, struggle to stay calm and focused under pressure. On the other hand, those who master their emotions experience greater mental clarity and focus, stronger relationships built on understanding and patience, a greater sense of control over their lives, the ability to remain calm and confident in any situation. Your emotions are powerful tools. When used correctly, they can drive motivation, passion, and inner strength. But first, you need to understand where they come from and how they function. The science of emotions. How they shape your reality. Emotions are more than feelings. They are biochemical reactions within your brain and body. A combination of thoughts, past experiences, and external stimuli triggers them. The amygdala, the brain's emotional center, processes emotional responses, especially fear, anger, and pleasure. The prefrontal cortex, the rational thinking part of your brain, helps regulate emotional responses and decision-making. The hormones dopamine, cortisol, and serotonin influence your emotional state, affecting your energy, motivation, and mood. Your emotions are not random. They are predictable responses to internal and external events. For example, if you associate failure with embarrassment, you will feel anxiety whenever you take risks. If you see challenges as opportunities, you will feel excitement instead of fear when facing obstacles. If you believe you have control over your emotions, you will remain calm in situations where others panic. By understanding how emotions are formed, you can begin to take charge of them instead of being at their mercy. The three-step process to mastering your emotions. To gain control over your emotions, you must follow 3 key steps. Step 1. Recognize and label your emotions. The first step to emotional mastery is awareness. You cannot control an emotion that you don't acknowledge. Instead of reacting automatically, train yourself to observe and name your feelings. Exercise. The next time you feel a strong emotion, pause before reacting. Name the emotion. Is this frustration, fear, excitement, anxiety? Identify the trigger. What caused this emotion to arise? This simple act of recognition shifts your brain from an emotional reaction to a logical processing mode, giving you greater control over your responses. Step 2. Reframe and rethink emotional responses. Once you've identified your emotions, the next step is to reframe how you interpret them. Your feelings are not inherently good or bad. They are simply signals. You have the power to assign meaning to them. Example: instead of thinking, "I am nervous before this presentation," think, "My body is giving me extra energy to perform well." Instead of saying, "I am frustrated," say, "This is a signal that I need to adjust my approach." Exercise. When experiencing a negative emotion, ask yourself, "Is this emotion serving me? How can I use it productively?" Reframe it into a constructive thought. The way you interpret your emotions determines their impact on your life. Step 3. Regulate and redirect emotional energy. Emotional mastery does not mean suppressing emotions but channeling them effectively. You must develop habits that redirect negative emotions into positive action. Techniques for emotional regulation. Deep breathing slows the body's stress response, calming the nervous system. Journaling. Writing down emotions allows you to process them rationally instead of reacting impulsively. Meditation and mindfulness trains your brain to detach from emotional reactions and observe them. Exercise and movement. Physical activity releases built-up emotional energy and restores balance. Exercise. The next time you feel overwhelmed, practice deep, slow breathing for 1 minute. After a stressful event, write down how you think and what lesson you can take from it. Make a habit of daily mindfulness or meditation to strengthen emotional resilience. Applying emotional mastery in everyday life. Mastering emotions is not a one-time event. It's a skill that must be practiced daily. Here's how you can use it in different areas of your life. In relationships, instead of reacting with anger, practice patience and listen before responding. In business and career, remain calm under pressure and make rational, thoughtful decisions. In personal growth, view setbacks as learning experiences instead of failures. In social situations, stay confident, regardless of external judgments. Staying composed, focused, and in control gives you an unshakable advantage. Final thoughts. Becoming the master of your emotions. Your emotions are powerful, but they do not have to control you. By developing emotional awareness, reframing responses, and regulating emotional energy, you unlock the key to stability, confidence, and inner peace. Preparing for Chapter 4. The Power of Thought Control. Emotional mastery is essential, but thoughts often trigger emotions. What if you could control your thoughts before they even trigger emotional reactions? In the next chapter, we'll explore how to reprogram your thinking patterns, eliminate self-sabotage, and develop an unstoppable mindset. Get ready, because when you master your thoughts, you ultimately control your destiny. Chapter 4. The Power of Thought Control. Reprogramming your mind for success. Your mind is your most powerful asset, or your biggest enemy. Every action you take, every decision you make, and every success or failure you experience begins in your thoughts. Your ability to control your thinking determines your reality. Many people allow their thoughts to run unchecked, leading to self-doubt, negative emotions, and limiting beliefs. But once you understand that you are not your thoughts, you can reshape them, reprogram your mind, and create a life of success and confidence. This chapter will explore how thoughts shape your world, why negative thinking is so destructive, and how to regain control and reprogram your mind for unstoppable success. Why controlling your thoughts matters. Your thoughts dictate your emotions, your actions, and ultimately, your results. If your mind is filled with negative, doubtful, or fear-based thinking, it will reflect your behavior and life. What happens when you don't control your thoughts? You feel overwhelmed by stress, doubt, and anxiety. You sabotage your success with negative self-talk. You procrastinate or avoid challenges because of fear. You struggle to make confident decisions. You feel like you're stuck, repeating the same problems repeatedly. On the other hand, when you master your thoughts, you remain calm and focused no matter what happens. Feel confident in yourself and your abilities. Make better decisions and take action without fear. See challenges as opportunities for growth. Develop a success-oriented mindset that attracts positive results. Your mind is like a radio frequency. You can tune in to positive or negative stations. The more you focus on empowering thoughts, the more your mind becomes conditioned for growth, success, and confidence. The science behind thought control. Your brain is not fixed. It can be rewired. Neuroplasticity makes your brain continuously form new neural pathways based on repeated thoughts and experiences. When you constantly think negatively, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with fear, doubt, and failure. When you consistently think positively, your brain strengthens pathways linked to confidence, resilience, and success. This means that your thoughts shape your future, whether you realize it or not. The more you practice controlling your thoughts, the easier and more automatic it becomes. 3 steps to mastering thought control. To control your thoughts, you must first learn how to observe, challenge, and replace harmful patterns. Step 1. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Most people are unaware of their thoughts. They operate on autopilot, letting their mind drift into self-doubt, fear, or worry without even realizing it. Exercise. Set a reminder on your phone 3 times a day. When the alarm rings, pause and observe your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Are these thoughts helping or hurting me? The goal is not to suppress negative thoughts, but to become aware of them. Once you become conscious of your thoughts, you can change them. Step 2. Challenge negative thinking patterns. Once you become aware of your thoughts, the next step is to question their validity. Most negative thoughts are assumptions, fears, or false beliefs that have no basis. Common negative thought patterns. I'm not good enough. Challenge. Who says? What proof do I have? I always fail at this. Challenge. Have I ever succeeded before? What did I learn from past attempts? I don't deserve success. Challenge. Why not? Who decides what I deserve? Exercise. The next time a negative thought appears, write it down. Underneath, write 3 reasons why that thought is not valid. Rewrite the thought into a more empowering belief. Example, I am learning and improving every day. Step 3. Rewire your brain with positive thought patterns. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you practice positive thinking, the stronger it becomes. You must intentionally replace negative thoughts with positive, empowering beliefs. Techniques to rewire your mind. Affirmations. Repeat positive statements daily, e.g., I am confident, strong, and capable. Visualization. Imagine yourself succeeding and feeling confident every day. Gratitude practice. Shift your focus from lack to abundance by listing 3 things you're grateful for every morning. Surround yourself with positivity. Limit time with negative people and consume content that uplifts you. Exercise. Write down 5 affirmations that counteract your most prominent negative thoughts. Say them out loud every morning and night. Imagine yourself living as if these beliefs were already true, applying thought control in daily life. Mastering your thoughts is a daily practice. Here's how to integrate it into different aspects of your life. At work. When faced with challenges, replace I can't do this with I will figure this out. In relationships. If you assume someone dislikes you, challenge the thought instead of reacting emotionally. During stressful situations, instead of thinking, this is too much for me, tell yourself, I can handle anything that comes, my way. In personal growth. Stop focusing on what you lack and shift to, I am always improving and growing. The more you control your thoughts, the more control you gain over your emotions, actions, and results. Final thoughts. Your mind, your reality, and your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. If you allow negative thinking to dominate, your life will reflect it. But if you intentionally shape your thoughts, you will build a future filled with confidence, success, and fulfillment. Preparing for Chapter 5, the discipline of mental strength. Now that you understand the power of thought control, the next step is to develop mental discipline. Without discipline, even the most positive thoughts will fade when faced with obstacles. In the next chapter, we will explore strengthening your mental toughness, maintaining motivation, and staying consistent in your growth journey. Get ready, because once you develop mental discipline, nothing can stop you. Chapter 5, the discipline of mental strength. Developing unshakable willpower. Mental strength is not something you are born with. It is something you build. It is the foundation of self-discipline, resilience, and success. Without mental discipline, even the best strategies, plans, and intentions fall apart under pressure. The ability to push through discomfort, stay committed to goals, and remain focused despite distractions separates those who achieve greatness from those who quit at the first sign of struggle. Those who cultivate mental strength can weather any storm, navigate uncertainty, and stay true to their objectives even when things become difficult. This chapter will explain how to develop an ironclad mindset, build unshakable willpower, and train your brain to thrive under pressure. You will learn the techniques used by some of the world's most disciplined individuals, elite athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and high-achieving professionals, to stay on track even when motivation fades. By mastering these principles, you will develop an unbreakable mindset that allows you to rise above challenges and achieve long-term success. Why mental strength is essential. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, instant gratification, and endless entertainment have made discipline a rare skill. But those who master it gain a massive advantage in all areas of life. Without mental discipline, you give up when things get tough because you haven't trained yourself to push through adversity. You struggle with procrastination and lack motivation, relying on fleeting bursts of inspiration rather than consistent effort. You let emotions dictate decisions instead of using logic and reasoning to navigate challenges. You get distracted easily, making progress painfully slow and inconsistent. You find it difficult to build healthy habits, leading to stagnation and frustration. With mental discipline, you push forward even when it is difficult, maintaining momentum toward your goals. You stay focused and motivated, regardless of external circumstances or fleeting emotions. You control your emotions rather than letting them control you, which leads to better decision-making and fewer regrets. You achieve more in less time because you can concentrate intensely and execute tasks efficiently. You develop a strong inner core, allowing you to thrive under pressure and overcome obstacles derailing others. The difference between success and failure is not talent. It is the ability to stay consistent and disciplined over time. This means committing to the right actions daily, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline keeps you going when motivation disappears, which is the key to transforming your goals into reality. The science of self-discipline. How willpower works. Self-discipline and willpower are not fixed traits. They function like muscles. The more you train them, the stronger they become. Like physical exercise strengthens your body, mental discipline, exercises improve your ability to stay focused, resist temptations, and remain committed to long-term goals. Studies in neuroscience have shown that willpower is a finite resource. If you constantly force yourself to resist temptations, your ability to stay disciplined wears down over time. This is why relying solely on willpower is ineffective for long-term success. Instead, you must build habits and systems that reduce your reliance on willpower and make discipline automatic. Key insights from neuroscience. Your brain craves comfort and pleasure. It is wired for immediate gratification, but by training it, you can develop the ability to delay gratification for more significant rewards. Overusing willpower depletes it, so it's essential to structure your day and environment to facilitate discipline. The brain builds automatic habits. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. Over time, what once required extreme effort becomes effortless. The goal is to train your brain to see discipline as a way of life, not a temporary effort. Shifting your mindset eliminates the internal struggle and makes success inevitable. 3 pillars of mental strength. To develop proper discipline, you need to focus on 3 essential pillars. Pillar 1, mastering your daily habits. Your habits shape your future. Every small decision you make either strengthens or weakens your discipline. By creating habits that support your goals, you reduce the need for constant decision-making and willpower. Key strategy: start small. Build micro-habits, e.g., reading for 5 minutes, exercising for 10 minutes, to create momentum. Remove temptations. Eliminate distractions so that self-control is not constantly required. Create routines. The less you rely on willpower, the easier discipline becomes. Morning and evening routines help automate discipline. Exercise. Identify one area of life where you struggle with discipline. Start with a small, easy habit related to that area. Stay consistent daily. Small wins lead to massive success. Pillar 2. Strengthening mental resilience. Mental resilience is handling discomfort and keeping going despite challenges. Life will throw obstacles your way, and your ability to persist through setbacks determines your level of success. How to build resilience. Embrace discomfort. Train yourself to be comfortable with complex tasks by doing hard things intentionally. Delay gratification. Resist the urge for immediate rewards in favor of long-term success. Use the hardship reframe. See struggles as training, not suffering. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is making me stronger." Exercise. Identify something you avoid because it's uncomfortable. Face it head-on every day for 1 week. Observe how your ability to handle discomfort improves. Pillar 3. Reprogramming your mindset for discipline. Your mindset determines your actions. If you believe you are not disciplined, your brain will look for ways to confirm that belief. But if you reprogram your thoughts, discipline becomes effortless. How to train a disciplined mindset. Affirm discipline as part of your identity. I'm someone who stays committed. Visualize success daily. See yourself making disciplined choices and enjoying the rewards of your efforts. Develop mental toughness by exposing yourself to challenges deliberately. Exercise. Write a personal discipline mantra, e.g., "I am in control of my habits, emotions, and focus." Read it every morning and night to reinforce it. Final thoughts. Becoming mentally unshakable. True mental strength is not about feeling motivated daily. It's about showing up regardless of your feelings. The strongest people are not those with the most straightforward path, but those who face challenges with unwavering discipline. Discipline is the ultimate key to success, and it is something you can train, develop, and master. By strengthening your habits, embracing discomfort, and shifting your mindset, you will create an unshakable mental framework that supports your success in every area of life. Preparing for Chapter 6. Overcoming procrastination and taking action. Now that you understand the power of mental discipline, the next step is to learn how to beat procrastination and take massive action. In the next chapter, we will explore why people procrastinate and how they eliminate this habit. The psychology of action taking, how to build momentum and sustain motivation long-term. Get ready, because once you master action taking, nothing will hold you back. Chapter 6. Overcoming procrastination and taking action. Procrastination is the silent killer of success. It disguises itself as a harmless postponement, but over time, it robs us of opportunities, progress, and even self-confidence. How often do we tell ourselves, "I'll start tomorrow," only to find that weeks, months, or even years pass without taking real action? If you struggle with procrastination, you are not alone. Millions of people are trapped in cycles of delay, distraction, and self-doubt. But the good news is procrastination is not a fixed trait. It is a habit you can break. This chapter will teach you how to defeat procrastination, rewire your brain for action, and create unstoppable momentum toward your goals. By the time you finish reading, you will have a toolkit of powerful strategies that make taking action effortless. Understanding procrastination. Why do we delay? Before we can defeat procrastination, we must first understand why we do it. Procrastination is not laziness. It is a complex psychological behavior rooted in fear, perfectionism, and poor time management. Here are the most common reasons why people procrastinate. 1. Fear of failure. Many people avoid taking action because they fear failing. Their minds tell them, if I don't try, I can't fail. This fear can be subconscious and often stems from childhood experiences, societal pressure, or personal expectations. 2. Fear of success. Surprisingly, some people fear success because it brings more responsibility and higher expectations. Success means stepping out of comfort zones, facing new challenges, and maintaining high performance. 3. Perfectionism. Some individuals delay tasks because they want everything to be perfect. Perfectionism creates an all-or-nothing mindset. If I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. This results in endless planning and overthinking rather than execution. 4. Lack of clear goals. Without a clear target, the brain has no direction. People without well-defined goals tend to procrastinate because they don't know where to start. 5. Instant gratification. Over long-term rewards. The human brain is wired to seek immediate pleasure and avoid discomfort. Social media, entertainment, and distractions offer instant dopamine hits, making it harder to focus on tasks that require effort and patience. Now that we understand why procrastination happens, let's explore how to eliminate it. How to stop procrastinating and take massive action. The key to overcoming procrastination is momentum. Action creates more action, making it easier to keep going once you start. 1. The 2-minute rule. Trick your brain into starting. If a task feels overwhelming, commit to it in just 2 minutes. Once you start, momentum kicks in and you will likely continue working longer. Example, instead of saying, I have to write a book, say, I will write for 2 minutes. 2. Use the 5-second rule to take immediate action. If you hesitate, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and take immediate action. This interrupts hesitation patterns and forces you to move before your brain talks you out of it. 3. The No 0 Days strategy. Build daily progress. A 0 day is when you do nothing toward your goal. The rule: do at least one small thing every day. Even if it's tiny, progress builds momentum and reinforces positive habits. 4. Break big tasks into small steps. Large tasks feel overwhelming, which leads to avoidance. Solution: break them into small, manageable steps. Example, instead of write a book, break it down into write 1 paragraph today. 5. Set deadlines and use time blocking. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available for completion. Set short, strict deadlines to create urgency. Use time blocking, scheduling specific time slots for tasks, to eliminate distractions. 6. Make procrastination. Painful people procrastinate because they don't experience immediate consequences. Solution: create pain for procrastination. Example, accountability partner. Have someone check on your progress. Example, public commitment. Announce your goal publicly to create social pressure. 7. Reward progress, not just completion. Celebrate small wins to reinforce the habit of action. Each time you take a step forward, acknowledge your progress. Dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, increases when we recognize achievements, making future actions easier. Mastering the action-taking mindset. Overcoming procrastination is not just about tactics, it's about mindset. You must see yourself as an action taker. 1. Shift your identity. Become the type of person who takes action. Instead of saying, I need to be more productive. Say, I am a person who takes action immediately. Identity shifts are powerful because they change behavior at a deep level. 2. Develop action urgency. Train your brain to act fast. Whenever you hesitate, immediately do something small related to your task. Example, if you're avoiding exercise, wear workout clothes. This simple action can break resistance. 3. Change your self-talk. Eliminate "I'll do it later" and replace "I'll start tomorrow" with "I start now." Stop labeling yourself as a procrastinator. Instead say, I take action every day. Practical applications. Where to apply these strategies in work and business. Stop over-planning and start executing. Take messy action and refine along the way. In health and fitness, don't wait for the perfect day to start exercising. Move for 2 minutes today. In learning and growth, stop waiting to feel ready. Start reading, practicing, or learning right now. In personal goals, instead of dreaming about your goals, take one small step toward them today. Final thoughts. Destroying procrastination for good. The biggest enemy of progress is waiting for the right moment. The truth is, there is never a perfect time. The ideal time is always now. Taking action is a habit. You rewire your brain to become an action taker whenever you push through hesitation. The more you act, the easier it becomes. The hardest part is the first step, but everything gets easier once you move. You now have the tools to eliminate procrastination forever. The only thing left to do? Take action now. Preparing for Chapter 7. Building Bulletproof Focus. Now that you've learned to overcome procrastination, developing an unbreakable focus is next. In the next chapter, we will cover how to eliminate distractions and create deep concentration, the science of attention, and how to train your mind for extreme focus, how to enter a flow state and maximize productivity effortlessly. Mastering focus will allow you to execute your goals precisely, quickly, and efficiently. Get ready, because once you master focus, your productivity will skyrocket. Chapter 7. Building Bulletproof Focus. Mastering deep work and attention control. Focus is the modern world's superpower. Those who can concentrate intensely and consistently will rise above the rest in an era of constant distractions. The ability to focus separates high achievers from those who constantly struggle to progress. But here's the challenge. Our brains are not wired for deep focus. We are wired for novelty, quick dopamine hits, and constant stimulation. Social media, notifications, and endless entertainment hijack our attention, making it nearly impossible to stay on track with meaningful work. This chapter is your blueprint to mastering bulletproof focus. You will learn how to rewire your brain, eliminate distractions, and enter deep work states that allow you to complete more in less time. Applying these strategies will unlock your highest productivity, creativity, and mental clarity levels. The science of focus. Why your attention is scattered. To master focus, we must first understand why our brains struggle with it. The modern world is filled with attention traps designed to steal your concentration and weaken willpower. 1. The dopamine problem. Why distractions are addictive. Whenever you check your phone, browse social media, or switch tasks, your brain releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and motivation. Dopamine is highly addictive. The more you indulge in distractions, the harder it becomes to focus on deep work. Apps, notifications, and instant gratification train your brain for short bursts of attention rather than deep concentration. 2. The myth of multitasking. Why it destroys productivity. Multitasking creates an illusion of efficiency, but studies show that constantly switching between tasks reduces productivity by up to 40%. The brain takes time to reload when switching tasks, leading to cognitive exhaustion and decreased performance. Focus requires singular attention on one task at a time, not constant context switching. 3. Mental fatigue, the hidden enemy of focus. The brain, like a muscle, gets tired when overworked. Excessive notifications, decision fatigue, and prolonged social media use drain your mental energy, exhausting deep work. The key to high focus is managing mental energy wisely and avoiding unnecessary distractions. Now that we understand the problem, let's move on to practical strategies to regain and maximize focus. How to build bulletproof focus and enter deep work mode. The best way to improve focus is to train your brain like a muscle. Here's how to build firm attention control and enter a state of deep, distraction-free concentration. 1. The attention. Reset or break free from dopamine addiction. Your brain has been conditioned to seek constant stimulation, making deep work feel boring. To reset, take a 24-hour dopamine detox. No social media, unnecessary entertainment, or notifications. Even one day without digital distractions trains your brain to tolerate boredom and rebuilds your ability to focus. 2. Use the 90-minute rule. Align work with your brain's natural rhythms. Your brain works in cycles called ultradian rhythms, with peak focus lasting around 90 minutes. Work in 90-minute deep focus blocks, followed by a 15-minute break to reset mental energy. This method maximizes focus and prevents burnout. 3. The distraction elimination system. Remove the noise. Identify your top distractions, phone, notifications, background noise, and eliminate them before starting work. Turn off notifications, use website blockers, and keep your phone out of reach. The fewer temptations you have, the easier it is to stay focused. 4. The single tasking rule. Train your brain for deep work. Focus on one task until completion before switching. Set a clear starting point and ending point for each task. Train your mind to commit to one thing at a time for higher productivity. 5. The flow state trigger. How to get into deep work. Faster flow is a mental state where you become fully immersed and lose track of time. To trigger flow, use these techniques. Eliminate distractions. No multitasking, no interruptions. Use a pre-work ritual. Listen to the same music, drink the same tea, or stretch before starting work. Set a clear, challenging goal, e.g., write 1,000 words in the next hour. How to maintain focus for long periods. Building focus isn't just about starting strong, it's about sustaining concentration over time. Here's how to stay focused during extended work sessions. 1. Train your brain with focus challenges. Focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. Start with short, deep work sessions, 25 minutes, and gradually increase to 90 minutes. Treat focus like an endurance skill. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. 2. The sensory management strategy. Control your environment. Light. Use natural light or warm indoor lighting to keep your brain alert. Noise. Use noise-canceling headphones or soft background music to minimize distractions. Temperature. Keep your workspace slightly cool, as warm environments cause drowsiness. 3. Develop focus resilience. Learn to work, despite distraction. You won't always have a perfect work environment, so train yourself to focus even in noisy or imperfect conditions. Challenge yourself to work in busy environments, coffee shops, libraries, to build resilience. The focus should be substantial, regardless of external conditions, applying focus mastery in real life. In work and productivity, use deep work blocks to finish more quickly. In learning and reading, train your brain to focus intensely on books, courses, and skill building. In personal growth, apply focus techniques to meditation, journaling, and mindfulness practices. In relationships, give people your full attention, no distractions, no half-listening. Final thoughts. Becoming a master of focus. Focus is a skill that can be developed and mastered. The key is deliberate practice, training your brain daily to maintain deep concentration. If you commit to these techniques, your ability to focus will improve drastically. You will get more done in less time, develop mental clarity and sharp thinking, free yourself from constant distractions and overwhelm, achieve higher levels of success and productivity. Now the challenge is yours. Start applying these strategies today. Train your mind to focus intensely. Build the discipline of unbreakable attention. Preparing for Chapter 8, Mastering Self-Discipline for Long-Term Success. Now that you've developed bulletproof focus, the next step is mastering self-discipline, the key to sustaining productivity, achieving goals, and creating lifelong success habits. In the next chapter, you will learn how to build discipline even when motivation fades, the secrets of habit formation and consistency, how to eliminate excuses and stay committed to your goals. Get ready, because discipline is the fuel that powers success. Chapter 8. Mastering Self-Discipline for Long-Term Success. Why self-discipline is the foundation of success. Imagine two individuals with the same skills, knowledge, and opportunities. One thrives, while the other struggles. What separates them? Self-discipline. Talent, intelligence, and ambition will only take you so far. Without the discipline to take consistent action, all the potential in the world remains untapped. Self-discipline is the difference between a dreamer and a doer. In this chapter, we will explore what self-discipline is and why it's misunderstood, how to build discipline when motivation runs out, powerful techniques to make self-discipline a natural part of your life, how to resist temptations and distractions, why discipline leads to long-term freedom. Success. Let's dismantle the myths around self-discipline and start building an unshakable foundation for success. The truth about self-discipline, what it is and what it isn't. Many people see self-discipline as punishment, a harsh, joyless routine that sucks the fun out of life. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Self-discipline is freedom. The freedom to control your time instead of being a distracted, enslaved person. The freedom to follow through on your goals instead of being controlled by impulses. The freedom to build the life you want instead of drifting through life aimlessly. Think about it. When you lack discipline, life controls you. You react instead of taking control. You procrastinate, give in to temptations, and let short-term comfort dictate your future. But when you develop self-discipline, you become unstoppable. You don't wait for motivation, and you don't let distractions take you off course. You do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. The science of discipline. Why willpower alone is not enough. Many believe self-discipline is about willpower, but science shows that willpower is limited. Studies have proven that willpower works like a muscle. It gets exhausted when overused. This is why you might start your morning with a strong mindset, but by evening, you give in to junk, food, Netflix binges, or procrastination. So if willpower is unreliable, what's the alternative? The answer: systems and habits. The most disciplined people don't rely on sheer willpower. They design their environment and routines to make discipline effortless. Example 1. Instead of fighting the temptation of junk food, they don't keep it in the house. Example 2. Instead of forcing themselves to wake up early, they create a sleep schedule that makes it easy. Example 3. Instead of pushing through distractions, they eliminate them before they can interfere. Self-discipline isn't about forcing yourself to be strong. It's about making it easy to do the right thing. How to build unshakable self-discipline. 1. Create a clear why. The power of purpose. Most people fail at self-discipline because they lack a compelling reason to be disciplined. Ask yourself, why do I want more self-discipline? What happens if I don't develop it? How will my life change if I master self-discipline? Example: if you want to wake up early but have no strong reason to do so, you'll keep hitting snooze. But discipline becomes more manageable if you link waking up early to a significant goal, like building a business, writing a book, or improving your health. Action step: write down 3 reasons you want to develop self-discipline. 2. Use the 2-minute rule to destroy procrastination. One of the biggest killers of discipline is starting hesitation. When tasks seem overwhelming, we avoid them. Solution: the 2-minute rule. Make it so easy you can't say no. Instead of committing to writing for 2 hours, start with writing for 2 minutes. Instead of going to the gym for an hour, Begin with putting on your workout clothes. Once you start, momentum kicks in. Getting started is 90% of the battle. Action step. Choose one habit you want to build and reduce it to 2 minutes. 3. Remove temptations before they challenge you. The best way to win a fight is never to have to fight at all. Sun Tzu. Discipline isn't about constantly fighting distractions, but removing them before they interfere. Example: if you struggle with phone distractions, use an app blocker. If you struggle with junk food, don't buy it. If you waste time on TV, unplug it after each use. Make bad habits harder and good habits easier. Action step. Identify one temptation that disrupts your discipline and creates a barrier between you and that habit. 4. The power of identity-based discipline. Most people approach discipline backward. They focus on what they need to do instead of who they need to become. Instead of saying, "I need to go to the gym," say, "I am the type of person who never skips workouts." Instead of saying, "I need to work on my business," say, "I am the type of person who builds my future daily." Example: research shows that people who identify as non-smokers are far more likely to quit than those who say, "I'm trying to quit smoking." The identity shift makes all the difference. Action step. Write 3 new identity-based affirmations reinforcing the discipline you want to build. How self-discipline leads to freedom. People think discipline is restrictive, but the truth is discipline is freedom. Lack of discipline, being controlled by distractions, temptations, and bad habits, and having discipline, having control over your time, choices, and future. When you build self-discipline, you no longer struggle to wake up in the morning, procrastinate on important work, feel guilty about wasted time. Instead, you move through life with confidence, focus, and control. Final thoughts and transition to Chapter 9. Now that you've learned how to master self-discipline, the next question is, what's still holding you back? What mental barriers keep you stuck, even when trying your best? In the next chapter, we'll examine the hidden mental obstacles that block success and how to overcome them once and for all. This is where true transformation happens. Chapter 9. Breaking mental barriers and cultivating resilience. What's holding you back? Have you ever set a goal, worked hard for a while, and suddenly hit an invisible wall? You want success and progress, yet something inside keeps you stuck. The truth is, most limitations aren't external, they're internal. They exist in your mindset, fears, and subconscious beliefs. These mental barriers shape how you think, act, and ultimately, what you achieve. In this chapter, we'll explore the most common mental barriers that hold people back, how to reprogram your mind to break through limitations, the science of resilience, why some people push forward while others give up, practical strategies to develop mental toughness and overcome self-doubt. If you feel like something inside is keeping you from reaching your full potential, this chapter is for you. The 5 hidden mental barriers blocking your success. 1. Fear of failure, the silent killer of dreams. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. Albert Hubbard. Many people never start because they're afraid of failing. Others start but quit as soon as they experience setbacks. But here's what most people don't realize. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every mistake, setback, and challenge teaches you something valuable. The most successful people in the world failed more times than most tried. Example: Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Action step. Instead of fearing failure, reframe it as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How will this setback make me better? If I keep going despite this failure, where could I be a year from now? Mindset shift. Stop avoiding failure. Seek it. Embrace it. Learn from it. To the comfort zone trap. Why most people stay stuck. A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are built for. Many stay stuck because they don't want to leave their comfort zone, but growth only happens outside of it. Example: if you've ever gone to the gym after a long break, the first workout feels painful. Your muscles are sore and you might even think about quitting. But after a few sessions, your body adapts and grows stronger. Your mind works the same way. The more you push yourself, the stronger your mindset becomes. Action step. Identify one area where you've been avoiding discomfort. Would you be able to do it now? Scared of public speaking? Sign up for a speaking event. Struggling with discipline? I woke up early for a week straight. Avoiding difficult conversations? Have that conversation today. Mindset shift. Growth never happens in comfort. Embrace discomfort as a sign you're leveling up. 3. Limiting beliefs, the lies. We tell ourselves, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Your mind is like a computer, and limiting beliefs are harmful software running in the background, controlling your actions without you realizing it. Common limiting beliefs. I'm not smart enough. I'm too old, young, to succeed. I don't have enough money to start. I'm just not lucky like others. These beliefs are not facts. They are just stories you keep telling yourself. And like any story, they can be rewritten. Action step. Take a limiting belief you have and challenge it. Example: instead of saying, I'm not good at business, where I say, I can learn the skills to become successful. Instead of, I always fail, say, every setback is a lesson that makes me stronger. Mindset shift. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you want a different life, start telling yourself a different story. 4. The need for approval. Stop seeking permission to succeed. If you live for people's acceptance, you'll die from their rejection. Many people never chase their dreams because they fear judgment. They worry about what family, friends, or society will think if they fail. But here's the truth. People are too busy with their own lives to care about yours. Those who criticize are usually doing less than you. The biggest regret of people on their deathbed is not living life on their terms. Action step. Ask yourself, if I had no fear of judgment, what would I do differently? What opportunities am I avoiding because I'm worried about what people think? Mindset shift. The world doesn't need another person who plays small. It needs someone bold enough to go after their dreams. 5. Lack of resilience. How to develop mental toughness. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. Margaret Thatcher. Most people give up when things get tough, but resilient people keep going no matter what. Example: J.K. Rowling was rejected 12 times before Harry Potter was published. Elon Musk was on the verge of bankruptcy before Tesla succeeded. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Now he's considered the greatest of all time. They succeeded because they had mental resilience. Action step. Train your resilience by doing one hard thing daily. Take a cold shower. Work out even when you don't feel like it. Read a book instead of scrolling on social media. Mindset shift. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Final thoughts and transition to Chapter 10. You've now learned how to break through your mental barriers. You understand fear, comfort zones, limiting beliefs, and resilience. But now, the real question is, how do you apply this knowledge to design the life you've always wanted? In the final chapter, we'll put everything together and show you how to make the ultimate mindset shift, one that will change your life forever. Chapter 10. The Ultimate Mindset Shift. Designing a Life of Success. The Final Transformation. You've come a long way. You've learned to break limiting beliefs, master self-discipline, and build resilience. You've discovered how to reprogram your mindset, overcome procrastination, and develop unstoppable focus. But knowledge alone is not enough. The real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Many people read, learn, and absorb great ideas, but never apply them. They stay stuck in the same patterns, waiting for the right time to take action. But success isn't about waiting, it's about choosing to act. This final chapter is about taking everything you've learned and turning it into a fundamental, lasting transformation. In this chapter, we will cover how to create a long-term success blueprint, the identity shift that will keep you moving forward, the daily habits that lock in your success, how to never fall back into old patterns, the final commitment you must make to yourself. This is not the end. It's the beginning of your new life. The identity shift. Stop trying and start becoming. Most people make the mistake of trying to change rather than becoming the person they want to be. Example: I'm trying to wake up early. I am the kind of person who wakes up early. I'm trying to eat healthy. I am someone who values their health. I'm trying to be more disciplined. I am a disciplined person. Success is not about what you do occasionally. It's about who you are consistently. Action step. Write down the person you need to become to achieve your goals. If you want financial success, become a person who manages money wisely. If you want to be productive, become a person who values time and energy. If you want confidence, become a person who takes bold action. Mindset shift. Stop saying, "I hope to be successful." Start saying, "I am successful because I show up and do the work." Your success blueprint, the power of systems. Over motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you depend on motivation, you'll have some good and bad days, but no consistency. The secret to lasting success? Systems. Example: unsuccessful people wake up and decide what to do for the day. Successful people have a transparent system that guides them. Action step. Create a system for success in these 3 key areas. Mindset. Start each day with a mental reset. Reading, journaling, affirmations. Productivity. Block out deep work sessions. No distractions. Clear priorities. Self-discipline. Automate good habits. Set alarms, create reminders, prepare the night before. Success is not about working harder. It's about working smarter. The daily habits of high achievers' success isn't about one big decision, but small daily choices that compound over time. Non-negotiable daily habits for success. Morning clarity. Start your day with purpose. Meditation, journaling, goal review. Daily learning. Read, listen, or study something that improves your mindset. Focused work. Eliminate distractions and focus on one crucial task daily. Movement. Train your body. It sharpens your mind. Evening reflection. Write down what went well and how you can improve tomorrow. Mindset shift. The secret to success is consistency over intensity. Small wins daily create massive results over time. Avoiding the pitfalls. How to never fall back into old patterns. You've progressed, but the real challenge is staying on track. Many people start strong, but eventually fall back into procrastination. Get distracted by negativity. Lose momentum and quit. Here's how to stay committed for life. 1. Develop a no-matter-what mentality. Successful people don't let excuses control them. They show up no matter what. If you're tired, do the work anyway. If you're not in the mood, take small action. If you fail, learn and keep moving. Commitment rule. I will take at least one small step forward daily, no matter what. 2. Track your progress and make adjustments. Many people quit because they don't see immediate results. The solution? Measure your progress. Example: athletes track their workouts. Businesses track their revenue. Track your habits. Track your mindset. Track your results. Success formula. If something isn't working, adjust, not quit. 3. Surround yourself with the right people. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn. Your environment influences your success more than anything else. If your excuses, negativity, and laziness surround you, you will absorb it. If you surround yourself with ambition, discipline, and growth, you will rise to their level. Action step. Remove negative influences and spend time with people who push you to improve. Final commitment, the decision that changes everything. The biggest difference between successful and unsuccessful people is not talent. It's not intelligence. It's one simple decision. They commit fully to their success. Right now, you have two options. Option 1. Let this be another book you listen to and go back to old habits. Option 2. Apply these principles and change your life forever. Your future is in your hands. You don't need more time. You don't need permission. You must decide, I am committed to success, starting now. Final words. The journey never ends. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. You now have everything you need to reprogram your mindset, overcome limitations, and create success on your terms. Remember, you are not a victim of circumstances. You are the creator of your future. Success is not luck. It's a system, a mindset, and daily action. You have the power to rewire your mind and transform your life. Now go out and make it happen.